Alright, so we're going to be looking at the three main rules for indices, and these are going to be useful in every part of maths, so you really do need to know these. So the first one is when they're multiplied together, and they both have to be the same on the bottom, so either like AA, XX, YY, they all have to be the same. When you multiply them, you just add up the powers, so in this case you just add M and N together, so it'd be A, M plus N. Next one is pretty similar. When they're divided, you subtract them. And for another level of understanding, this bottom bit can also be written as a negative. So that whole thing could be rewritten as AM multiplied by A to the minus N. And in that case, you can do this rule, which would make it M minus N, which is exactly the same. And then the last really important rule is when the two powers are multiplied together. When that happens, you just multiply them together. So just like that. A to the power of M all to the power of N equals A to the power of M times N. Alright, so we'll go through some examples. So this one, we're looking at the first rule. Maybe I'll keep it there so you can still see it. So both the bottom ones are the same, so we know that's like that. And then we just plus the two powers together. So that'll be 8 to the 5. Same again, x and x. Plus these together would give you 3. This dot is the same as multiplication sign, and you'll see that quite often, so it's important to know that. So both P and P, that can be rewritten as 2 over 4. They're the same thing. So 2 over 4 plus 1 over 4 is 3 over 4. Here, A plus B, what's in the brackets is the same in both, so you can leave them alone. So equals A plus B, and you just add them up like before. When there is no power, it's to the power of 1. So it's good practice sometimes just to write that 1 in by yourself. So that will give you y to the 4. And then here, when there's lots of different, when there's two different types, you just have to treat them completely separately. So the A only has the effect with the other A, and the B only has effect to the other B. So you can write in your 1 there and your 1 here. So that would be A to the power of 3 and B to the power of 4. Alright, on to the second examples. Keep that up there if you can see it. So when it's divided, it's minus. So x to the power of 5 minus 2, 3. You write your 1 in there. And when something's x to the power of 1, that could also be written as 4 over 4. So 1 over 4 minus 4 over 4 is x to the minus 3 over 4. Going on to the last one, again, when there's two different things, you got to keep them completely separately. Add in the 1 if that helps. So 3 minus 1 for the x is 2. And then for the y, 2 minus 3 minus 1. And there you have it. Those are your basic rules for indices that are really important to know. Oh, we still still got we still haven't done the third rule. Alright, it's getting ahead of myself. So third rule, multiply them together. So 2 and 3, multiply that together, x to the 6. Here, it looks complicated, but it isn't. You just multiply the 4 and the 3, and you can just leave this a and b together because they're just acting as one. So 4 times 3 is 12. Write down the p. 3 times minus 2 is minus 6. Make sure you don't forget the negatives, because that's where obviously you can lose a lot of points and get a lot of make a lot of mistakes. Here, the 4 is acting on both the a and the b, so you could rewrite it out if you want to make it a bit more simple. So you go a to the 4, and then you'd have the b squared to the 4 as well, and that would equal a4, and then 4 times 2 is 8 b 8. There you go, guys. I hope that's helped, and that's important to know.